Hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Sunday supplement, the day after United's match against Chelsea, which ended 0-0. I'm Tim Russell, host, and let's go through the facts of what happened yesterday at Old Trafford. Hope you're okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world, and welcome to our show for today. Now, we all expected United, after the PSG victory, after the victory against Newcastle away, it was time to try and win some games at Old Trafford. Considering we had lost to Crystal Palace, we had lost to the thrashing, the devastating, tragic defeat and humiliating, humbling by Tottenham, we thought, okay, could Chelsea be our first victory at Old Trafford? But obviously it was not meant to be. This is the first time since 1973 that United have failed to win in the first 3 home games of the season. Anyway, let's go into the next nitty-gritty of what really happened. As we all know, Man United have always been able to beat Chelsea. Last season we beat them 3 times, apart from them beating us in the FA Cup. We beat them home and away in the league last season, beat them in the Carabao Cup, but Frank Lampard decided, I'm not going to go to Old Trafford and play gun-ho, and United are going to hit me on the break, on counter-attack, so I'm going to be more defensive. And that's what he did. And he nullified all United's attack. Yes, United are missing Martial, missing a pivotal striker, because Radford is not exactly a centre forward. He comes through the wings, or through the left or the right, but not a centre pointsman. And that's why United struggled. Yes, United started with a lineup which was completely mesmerizing from the lineup against PSG. There was no Alex Telles, who we heard was injured. We heard that Martial, we know he's still suspended, so we didn't expect Martial to play in this match. But what we didn't anticipate was the introduction of Daniel James and Mata in the first team lineup for today's game. But this is not surprising, as Ole is always seemed to be tinkering with his selection. I don't know why. So he deployed Fred as a central defensive midfielder, and McTominay beside him, and Bruno in front with James, Radford and Mata. We all know Mata can't play on the right wing. So honestly, I thought that was a way. Yes, Mata did have some good chances, a beautiful chance which was saved by Mendy twice. And Radford was put through one-on-one when Mendy saved. And towards the end of the game, Mendy saved again. But what was the 3 talking points? The 3 talking points was, why was Van der Beek not introduced into this game, or was not even in the starting lineup of this game? That's the first talking point. So tell us what you think about why Van der Beek was not introduced in this game under no circumstances. Secondly, is Fred now the new central defensive midfielder, chosen ahead of Matic? Matic at least tries to play forward. Fred tries to play sideways and backwards, more like the simple crab style of playing. But United need forward movement, not sideways, which reminded us of the Louis van Gaal era. Another talking point was, Transabie, we all can say. A lot of fans were texting me and emailing me and asking, why was Transabie not played yesterday? Or why Transabie wasn't played? We all know that. Because Maguire was back, and Maguire will be chosen as the first point, and as the first person on the team sheet, as the captain of Manchester United. But this is the thing. Transabie hasn't played in a year or some months. But the performance, that heroic, titanic performance he put in against PSG, subduing Neymar, subduing Di Maria, and subduing Mbappe at most times, people were surprised he wasn't even brought into the game. So it was the favoured Lindelof and Maguire. They did well, don't get me wrong. But you see, the setup was simple. Chelsea were not going to expose themselves. They played a more defensive style by parking the bus and tried to hit United on the break. Timo Werner was not given any opportunities. Pulisic had a few opportunities, but he was really not shut down quickly. Was Luke Shaw offering enough threat? Not really. Wan-Bissaka tried, but there's nothing coming down United's left side. Nothing comes down the left side of United's play. Radford had to play in the middle. So Daniel James, I don't know what Daniel James. So the second talking point is why Van der Beek wasn't starting or even introduced. Why did Daniel James, why was he selected to play? He had an abysmal, it was atrocious. It was an absolute nightmare. It's obvious this guy, I don't know what they saw in him. I'm not knocking him, but all I'm saying that he's just not up to United standards. It's not all about speed racing. It's not about a 100-meter dash. Football requires intelligence, vision, awareness, and decision making, which he lacks in all situations. And that's the big worry. Does he turn left? Does he turn right? He has to develop. Or who is going to do it for him? I don't know if United management team have the time to develop that kind of skill. You either have it or you don't have it. Playing in the Championship League is completely different from the Premier League. He's becoming a one-trick predictable pony, which means anytime he gets the ball into space, he's going to do a dash. So the Premiership defenders already know that one-trick push and run ball. So they already, before he even starts, they're locking down. So he's ineffective. So most of the time, he is disappeared from the game. I honestly did not see much of him. I saw more of him when he was walking off the field, when he was being substituted. I thought the introduction of Cavani was not bad. I thought the introduction of Pogba wasn't bad because they changed the game. The last 20 minutes, United posed a more attacking threat than they had earlier. Yes, United had a few chances in the first half, but the creativity was slow build and sideways and sideways and sideways. Because you had McTominay, who I thought was poor, playing with Fred, who was passing sideways. Yes, Fred worked hard. Do not get me wrong, he worked hard. While you're watching our video, don't forget to drop a like, drop your comments, what you thought of United's game plan yesterday. Should they have won that game? And don't forget to subscribe to our channel by hitting the bottom screen on the logo at the bottom of your right screen, but the link will be dropped underneath this video. So with McTominay and Fred, so United had a more defense. So you had four people at the back, those two sitting in front of the back four, and just Bruno running and trying to supply the front three, which meant Daniel James, Rashford, and Mata. But Mata came back to the middle where Bruno was playing. So you had 4, 2, 2, and 2. Or Rashford being the most forward player. But overall, United got 1 point. Is 1 point enough? No. In this current climate where United are playing catch-up, we are already 6 points, 7 points behind teams already in week 4. Don't forget, United have a game in hand. But a game in hand is not guaranteed you're going to get a 3 points from that game in hand. So, it still is a problem. And I'm worried as a United fan because this week we have RB Leipzig midweek and next week we are going to the Emirates. And Arsenal are playing some good scientific mesmerizing football under Arteta, which is very, very worrying. But at the same time, with the introduction of Cavani, he did have a chance. He had 2 shots, 1 blocked, once. He did play well. But would it be better when he has more fitness? Because RB Leipzig is coming to Old Trafford. These days, it doesn't even matter home or away because there are no fans. It just looks like a neutral stadium. It doesn't. The fans cheering you on. Go on, go on. We can only scream so much to the TV. But the fans don't hear us. Yes, they have sound effects in the stadiums, but it's not the same with the physical fans. You see what I mean? And that's the difference. So home and away, it doesn't even matter anymore. But what I'm worried about, this league season might be a very surprise season because it's anyone's game. Aston Villa got beaten by Leeds this week. Aston Villa were on a roll. This is the Aston Villa team that destroyed Liverpool, EPL champions. Everton dropped a point last week. They were lucky. Unfortunately, Liverpool could have won the game, but Van Dijk is now injured, and Van Dijk is out for 8 months. So his season is done. Can Liverpool cope? They struggled against Sheffield United. Man City are struggling. Tottenham threw a 3-0 lead away. This league season could be anyone's season. It could be like the Leicester season, the season Leicester City won the league. If United can get the act, I'm not saying they're going to win the title, but if they get the act together and put some runs together and start scoring goals, they might do some damage. And like I said, this league is open for anyone. So drop your comments. Let's talk about it. your Sunday supplement. Why was Van de Beek not played? Why was Daniel James playing? And what was the formation with Fred and McTominay in front of the defense? 1-1, 1 point each. 0-0, no goals. Next up, RB Leipzig and Arsenal on Sunday. So I'll see you guys in our watch along during the week. So don't forget to join us in our watch along. Tune in to us. We'll be talking about it live. So you might be watching UK, America, Africa. We'll all watch it together as one united family. And we could talk about, we're commenting and talking about the game against RB Leipzig, and we're talking about what's happening. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday when we play RB Leipzig. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Tim Ross, your host, and I shall see you on Wednesday. Don't forget, Sunday supplement. Have a great week. I'm out of it.